Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Monday, April 17th, 2023. Derek Marshall has announced he is running for Congress in the 2024 election, taking on current Representative Jay Obernolte, who currently serves California's 23rd District. Obernolte, a Republican, and Marshall, a Democrat, ran against each other in the 2022 election, in which Obernolte won 61% of the vote versus Marshall's 39% of the vote, with more than 35,000 votes separating the two. Marshall is the first candidate to announce an intent to challenge the incumbent Obernolte in the 2024 election. The town of Yucca Valley has announced plans to develop new parking areas in the Old Town area and is holding a public outreach workshop on what is being called the Old Town Parking Improvements Project. At the outreach workshop, town staff will provide insight and answer questions related to the new project, which is planned for a piece of land along Elk Trail running northwest from Highway 62. The Old Town Parking Project is expected to provide paved, striped parking spaces, in addition to public restrooms, shade structure, seating, and an electric charging station. Reporter Hillary Sloan joins us with the specifics of tomorrow's workshop.
The town of Yucca Valley and the town's consulting engineer from KOA, Inc. will present an overview of two new parking projects in Old Town. The public is welcome. The workshop will be held before the regular meeting on Tuesday, April 18th from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center, Yucca Room, 57090 29 Palms Highway. For more information, contact Town Clerk at yucca-valley.org. For a link to the Zoom meeting, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Hillary Sloan.
The 29 Palms Cemetery District Board of Trustees meets tomorrow afternoon to consider a budget review, the purchase of new machinery, and the possibility of a new maintenance position. The board meets tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. at 5350 Encilia Avenue in 29 Palms. At tomorrow's meeting, the 29 Palms Planning Commission will host two public hearings, as well as a study session focused on vacation home rentals. Reporter Heather Clisby has details.
This week, the 29 Palms Planning Commission will conduct two public hearings before taking yet another hard look at the city's vacation home rental policy. The first hearing involves film permits, which are currently part of the temporary use permit regulations. Last month, it was decided to separate film permits and create a new chapter within the development code. A draft ordinance will operate at two levels of permitting based on length of film production, conditions of approval, and other required approvals. The second hearing simply involves officially removing film permits from the TUP chapter of the code. The commission will then host a study session on the city's VHR regulations. There exist at least 13 potential amendment issues, including the number of VHRs per entity, neighborhood density, VHRs in the National Park buffer zone, and new structures built specifically as VHRs. The 5 p.m. meeting takes place on Tuesday, April 18th at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road, and can be live streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
The Joshua Tree National Park Association is holding a benefit dinner and auction scheduled for May 6th, with funds raised benefiting the study and tracking of the desert's bighorn sheep population. The Joshua Tree National Park Association is a nonprofit that provides funding to programming at Joshua Tree National Park. With the funds raised by the benefit dinner, the Joshua Tree National Park Association will provide researchers the ability to purchase tracking collars with mini solar panels and GPS units for a small number of desert bighorn sheep in areas frequented by visitors. The Bighorn Benefit Dinner and Auction will take place at Paradise Heights, a rustic setting tucked between the hills of Joshua Tree and Palm Springs in Morongo Valley, from 5 to 8 p.m. A barbecue dinner, drinks, live auction hosted by Z107.7's own Gary Daigneault, and special guest speakers from the National Park. Tickets are on sale now. The Morongo Basin Conservation Association has awarded college scholarships to 3 local graduating high school seniors, with all 3 high schools in the Morongo Unified School District being represented this year. Here with the story is online news editor Robert Hayden.
3 college scholarship recipients were selected from a competitive pool of applicants with demonstrated commitments to include conservation and environmental interests in their education and career plans. MBCA's Conservation Scholarship is a continuation of their commitment to educate the next generation of conservation-conscious citizens. Landon Michael Stitt of Yucca Valley High School is the recipient, with career intentions towards environmentally conscientious urban planning and engineering. The Women's STEAM Scholarship, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math, is provided anonymously by 2 generations of women who have held careers in STEAM fields. Jaden Sarah Bauer, the founder of the 29 Palms High School Environmental Club, is the recipient with career plans for environmental studies. Donations in memory of renowned local artist, conservationist, and longtime MBCA member Steve Riemann makes it possible to offer the Steve Riemann Scholarship for students who anticipate incorporating their conservation commitment into careers in writing, fine arts, or design. Kylie Morning Adkins of Black Rock High School is the recipient, with her focus on nature photography and advocacy. The Morongo Basin Conservation Association advocates for the healthy desert environment that nurtures the region's rural character, cultural wealth, and economic well-being. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
There will be a USDA food distribution to needy families tomorrow morning at the 29 Palms Community Food Pantry, located at 6450 Star Dune Avenue in 29 Palms. Each household can claim 1 box of food between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And finally, Theater 29 is seeking wayward lovers and fairies alike for their season finale production of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas urges you to find out what fools these mortals be.
Auditions for A Midsummer Night's Dream have been announced for Saturday, April 29th from 5 to 8 p.m., with callbacks on Sunday, April 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. For the first time ever, Theater 29 will be offering Shakespeare. Director Charlie E. Parker is looking for a cast of 12 to 20 performers to play various characters, such as young lovers, fairies, clowns, and dancers. This production will utilize blacklight and UV-reactive body paint, makeup, costuming, and sets. Come be a part of this groundbreaking, innovative production. Even if you've never tried acting before or you think you don't know how, anyone can act, and it is so fun. Even if you think Shakespeare is boring and stuffy and scary, it's not. Full details are available at theater29.org/auditions. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Arts and Entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.